How are you guys and dolls? I hope you're all getting on really well, and I hope everyone had a really great October. I can't believe October is finished now, and I wasn't actually going to film this video because something really awful happened towards the end of this month, and I'm pretty much all cried out. If I look like I've been crying, that's why. But I've been reading all these websites and things like that to try and come to terms with what has happened, and everything has said to try and continue on as normal and to do something for closure and to pay tribute to the person or the pet you've lost. If you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, you already know about this, but when I was in Berlin, my cat Jaime Lannister, sorry, I really don't want to cry. Basically, if you watch my vlogs, you'll know that the video where I was doing the collab with Michelle Phan, I talked about this. Jaime Lannister had gone missing, and he was gone for a few days at that point. And after 2 weeks, pretty much, I was in Berlin, and I got a call from my dad that Jaime had come home and he'd found his way home somehow. But he'd been in a car accident. He must have just ran out onto the road and got knocked by a car and then gone somewhere to hide, because when he got back he was in a really bad way, and my dad and my brother had to bring him to the vet and he had to be put down. And I've been finding it really hard to deal with because I wasn't at home and he was a huge part of my routine. As you know, if you watch my videos, even if you don't watch my vlogs, I feature him in a lot of my regular beauty videos, and he was only a kitten when I started this channel last year, so it's just so hard for me to deal with this. This is my first pet that I've ever lost. Jamie's mother Lyra actually did go missing, but we think that she went to live somewhere else because she wasn't happy here with the boy cats always nagging at her and stuff. But yeah, so I need to start my favourites video with Jaime Lannister because he was like a lifetime favourite for me. Oh, I don't want to cry. I have literally cried so much, guys, and I know that a lot of you have dealt with this as well, and I kind of would love to just ask you guys for some tips on how to kind of get through this. Okay, I'm trying so hard to see this in a positive way because he made it home and he was well fed and then brought to the vet, and my dad was with him when he was put down. I know that it happened for him in a comforting, nice way, and he probably came back to say goodbye to us, which is amazing because he was such a happy cat and he had an amazing home here. He loved it, he loved us. He was constantly purring and playing. Yeah, it's just gonna be very hard, and I thought about not making a video, but I don't want to let myself get into a slump, and I don't want to let this take over me, because I think it's important to embrace passing and embrace death and mortality. It's inevitable that these things will happen, and the only other option was to keep him locked away indoors all the time, and he would have been miserable because cats are naturally wild creatures and they like going outside and playing, and it's part of the magic of them, as someone said to me on Instagram. Whew, yes, Jaime Lannister, I love you, I love him so much. He is all I've been thinking about, and because you guys have kind of gotten to know him a little bit through videos, I thought that I needed to tell you all. For those of you who don't follow my social media, whew, okay. Oh, I'm sorry about starting this video on such a sad note, but now that the sad note is dealt with and done, I feel a sense of closure, so we'll get on to the actual favourites. I think I'll start off with some weird ass food favourites. October is a time when Clementines, are these Clementines or are they mandarins or are they oranges? What are the, there's too many different names for the same thing. They all taste the same, but these are so beautiful and ripe and juicy at this time of year. I usually have like raspberries and stuff like that in the mornings, but these taste way better now. Raspberries, not so much. So tangy and so nice, and I think it's really important to eat your fruit seasonally. Make sure that the fruit you're eating is ripe, because if you're not eating ripe fruit, you're not going to enjoy it, and when it is ripe, it's just so much easier to get in all the vitamins and nutrients and minerals. Then I have cinnamon, and cinnamon is something that every single fall and winter I break this out, even during the summer, but a lot more in the wintry cold months. It has that really Halloweeny, Christmassy taste, and it makes everything taste better. I add this to oatmeal, I add it to coffee, add it to cookie and bread recipes. Stunning spice, really warming and so good with anything sweet. Sprinkle on your banana, on your apples, in your bath, all over your face. Okay, I'll get on to some skincare because this is a time of year when you really need to look at the hydration levels of your skin and keep your face moisturized. I have talked about Caroline Hirons in a couple of my videos, her skincare blog, which has massively helped me. I've been using a lot of her steps in tandem with Clarigen. You guys all know I love Clarigen, and I still have the 15% off link for anyone else who's suffering with acne. But what I do is I use an oil or a balm to remove the makeup. I use the Clarigen 3 steps, and then I'll use like a serum and a moisturizer afterwards, and just that routine for months and months has made my skin extremely clear, and I'm so happy about it. Yeah, I've got a few skincare favorites. You guys know I love my masks, and this is something a lot of YouTubers have been talking about, and I was really hesitant about getting it because of the price. I know a lot of YouTubers did get sent this by the company. I didn't. I actually bought it myself. It's the Hollywood, California Glam Glow Thirstymud Hydrating Treatment Mask. And this smells of coconut. It's amazing if you love coconuts like me. Like a creamy jelly texture. And this has some really important, amazing skincare ingredients, including hyaluronic acid, which is the key ingredient in the Vichy serum, the Aqualia Therma one that I've been loving. Has oat beta glucan, honey, coconut and ginger, and it's just full of phenomenal shiz. What I actually tend to do with this instead of using it as a mask is I use the option where you can apply overnight. So I'll take kind of like the amount I would use as a moisturizer, and I will apply that over my skin going to bed, and you wake up and your face is so plump and beautiful and kissable, and I just love this stuff. Let me know if you guys have tried the other one. I think it's like a clay one, and I love clay masks as well, but yeah, it's so expensive, but it's so worth it. Next, I have the vitamin E range from the Body Shop, and this is a range you guys already know I like. I got this spray in my summer haul video and I used it all up, so I had to repurchase it. This stuff is just so good for setting your makeup. If you have dry cheeks and things, a few spritzes of this, you hold it really far away from your face and you spritz it over your skin. It's so nice to layer under your moisturizer as well for like that kind of sandwich effect of moisturization on your skin, and just refreshing any time of day. So good at this time of year when your skin is a little drier. Then I've got these two babies. So I have the Vitamin E Moisture Cream, which I'm using as my daytime moisturizer, and it has antioxidant protection, moisturization, smells lovely, really fresh and clean, and it does the job so well. But my favorite purchase from the vitamin E range is definitely this, the Vitamin E Overnight Serum in Oil, and I tweeted about this. I love this. It's a very affordable serum. I have become so into serums. They're so much more important than moisturizers, guys. A serum can really get into your skin a lot more than a moisturizer, and their effects are just so much more dramatic. It's a step in my skincare routine that I haven't been missing for months and months and months, and I think it's made a huge difference to even the hyperpigmentation and everything like that. Okay, another skincare thing, but I kind of keep this in my makeup bag because I apply it when I'm doing my makeup, is the Clinique Even Better Dark Spot Defense SPF 45. Okay, I got a skin analysis done, and apparently my skin is in shit from the UV rays and the UV damage, and I've got really bad UV damage. It's freaking me out, seriously, because skin cancer is very common in Ireland and England, and even though we don't get much sun, nobody ever wears SPF. People just don't bother because they think that the sun is what is causing the damage, when it's not. When you go outside and it's overcast, and even if it's raining, you're still getting UV rays, guys. It's duh. I didn't even know this. I didn't know that you could get UV damage from your laptop screen, from your lamps, from your light, from everywhere. Like the lights in your house, everything adds up over time. So now I wear this every single day, and it's so expensive but so worth it. There's several amazing SPFs. Just get any SPF. This is just the one I'm loving, but I'm more so throwing this in there to get you guys to wear SPF. Doesn't care about your little faces. But yeah, this is a sheer tint, and it goes on really well under my moisturizer and under my primer, under my foundation. All these layers, I'm like an onion, like a mushroom. So yeah, anyway, this is a bath bomb from Lush, and I got about 3 or 4 of these. It wasn't even in my Lush haul, guys. I just can't keep away from the store. I'm guilty. I posted a picture of this on Instagram. It's a bubble bar. It's called Sparkly Pumpkin. Turns your bath gold, and it's fragrance with like orange oil and stuff. It just has such a nice, gorgeous smell, and it's so good for those kind of, you know, late October-y, Halloweeny nights. I would use half of this, but you could just get away with a quarter, or you could go crazy and put the whole thing in and just ferment in the bath. YouTube videos on the go. I propped my phone up on the top of the toilet, so it's like a tiny little cinema screen, and I'm just like in the bath surrounded by lushness and bubbles, and I'm like, ugh. So I've been loving those. And in terms of makeup, I only have one favorite. Last month, as you probably remember, all my favorites were makeup, and I've been kind of just wearing the same products as mentioned in that video on a day-to-day basis, you know. And on top of it, I've been using this is the Mary Luminizer, and this is a highlighter that is the Balm.ie. One of my commenters wrote that the Balm.ie instead of the Balm.com, and IE is like the Irish end of a website. I'm waffling. Yeah, this highlighter is so gorgeous. It's really, really subtle, and you've heard YouTubers rave about this stuff before, and I didn't think it would be that amazing, but it's miles better than the skin finish from MAC that I got. Like, honestly, miles better. This just makes you glow. Like, I'm wearing it now, and I've been wearing it in a lot of other videos when people are like, oh, Melanie, you're glowing. It's this stuff. It's beautiful. You can use it as a highlighter, shimmer, eyeshadow. I've also used it a couple of times along the front of my legs, and, you know, on these kind of collarbone-y thingy majoggies, and it's really nice. So I have two things left. I have the organic Fairtrade hand sanitizing spray in lavender, which I picked up in London. I vlogged when I was over there with my boyfriend. It's in my vlogs playlist. But yeah, I picked this up in Wholefoods, and this is absolutely amazing for spot cleaning makeup brushes. I did a video all about how I clean my makeup brushes last week or the week before, but how I spot clean them, which I should have mentioned in that video, like say on a day-to-day basis, is I get a tissue and I spray a lot of this onto the tissue and then just swivel the brushes into the tissue, and this has antibacterial action, and it kind of just dissolves the makeup off the brush. It smells of lavender, which really calms me down when I'm having an anxiety feeling come over me and kind of getting in that panic attack zone, which isn't so good. This helps a lot, just the smell. And yeah, I spray that on my hands all the time. I clean my phone with it because it's important to keep your phone clean. If you have acne prone skin, the bacteria can like build up on there. And I spray it on my pillowcase, spray it on my laptop, and I think it was really cheap as far as I remember. Finally, I got this book for the plane ride over to Berlin recently, and it is so good. I love TED Talks so much. If you guys don't know TED Talks, I'm going to leave a link to the website below, but just check them out on YouTube. Type in TED Talks and a whole huge host of topics will come up, but they are so inspiring and motivating and educational and inspirational. Basically, this book is about public speaking, and public speaking is something that, as someone who did a degree in education, it's obviously something that I'm going to have to be good at for my future lifetime, and especially like with this whole YouTube thing taken off, I kind of want to get better at public speaking. I still struggle with it a lot. And when I was in university, there was a few guys and people I met that were so good at standing up and talking, and that really like attracted me to them, and I loved spending time around people who are good leaders, who are good motivational talkers. But yeah, this book has like so much secrets in it, and you know, tell a story, speak at a certain pace, all these little tips that will make you more confident. It has little tips in it where like if you stand like this for a certain amount of time each day, it boosts the hormones in your body that makes you feel confident. All these weird kind of tips. But it's called Talk Like TED, the 9 public speaking secrets of the world's top minds. I don't know if you guys are into stuff like this, but I am. I'm a bit nerdy like that, and I thought I'd share this because I bet you there's someone watching who will appreciate it as much as I do. So yeah guys, they were my favorites, and again, I'm really sorry for starting this video off on a sad note, but you know, Jaime Lannister, huge part of my life. I'll never forget him. I love him to bits, and yeah, I love all these things too. Good times, good times. Next month will be happier, I promise. Please let me know your favorites in a comment, guys, because I love finding out about things through your comments, and I hope you have a great Halloween, and I'll see you next month. Bye.